I'm not very fussy about drumsticks. So long as they're the right length, and for generally mats about 16 inches for me, and the right diameter, which I think is about 9/16 or 5/8, 9/16 I think, and the weight is right. I don't actually care what shape they are. In this situation, I'm using the sticks as they should be used, bead end out. On stage, I may say it's totally the reverse thing. All I really need on stage is absolute power, and this probably gives me another 20 dB. When you consider the orthodox grip only came through the fact that it was a military style for a man marching with a snare drum angled across his leg. I mean, it was impossible to play it like that, really. So that was that. They developed that style. On a modern drum kit, you don't actually set the drum like that. So what's the point in using it? A couple of simple, for instances, with a paradiddle. One is just using a straight 4/4 tempo and putting the paradiddle between the bass drum and the snare drum. If you take a paradiddle being right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. So you take that between the snare drum and the bass drum, you get. You immediately have a rhythm, a patterned rhythm. Now, if you don't know a paradiddle, you've never worked that out in a million years. But it's so simple to do. You take the same thing, you can have an interesting paradiddle pattern between the bell of a cymbal and your snare drum. You take it up in tempo and get the impression of a train going along. So, a movement, you know, you get. You can do that all day long, and it's really impressive if you stick it in the right place. But if you don't know the notation of a paradiddle, then that's something you'd never actually work out by yourself. You can only play flat out for so long before physically you go off. And you also turn the audience off, because once you've blown your cookies, that's it, there's no more left to give. Light and shade in volume especially, is really effective. If I'm thundering around the kit doing a very simple, I'll take a very simple triplet, and then I'll go down and do some fiddly things on the snare drum. The difference can make a solo. The fact that you've actually thought about going from loud to soft. That gives you, of course, that gives you the opportunity then to go back loud again. If you don't go soft, you've got nowhere to go. So I'll be fiddling around something like this. I'll be going. Etc., whatever I think of doing next. Now, without that build-up, without the diminuendo, you have nowhere to go.